Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior.
Indiana Tech wasn't just where I got my bachelor's degree. It was where I met my wife and formed a network that helped me get an internship that turned into my first job after graduation. It was an easy decision when choosing where to get my master's degree too. The flexibility of online classes allowed me to go back to school while still building my career. And the professors were always there to make sure I was successful. If someone asks me, why Indiana Tech? I'll say, why not?
Want to know what it means to be a warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a warrior's shoes.
I already had an associate degree, but I always knew I wanted to earn my bachelor's. Indiana Tech made it possible, even while I was juggling life and working a full-time job. The flexibility of online classes was great, and the professors were always there to help. The connections I made along the way still influence and inspire me in my everyday work. I'd tell anyone thinking about college to enroll in Indiana Tech today. It's one of the best decisions I made, and I'll be going back to earn my master's too.
Tech goes by many names. Business, fine art, forensic science. Some think it's just technical. But really, tech means everything. Scholarships, internships, championships. It's professors who make time for you one-on-one. It's putting everything on the line. It can be fierce. It can be fascinating. It can be awesome. Most important, it's believing in yourself and what you have to offer the world. Because at Indiana Tech, warriors are prepared to lead a significant life.
Well, there's quite a few things I think that I enjoyed about the program. I love learning. To me, it's just like a lifelong journey. Definitely, I enjoyed interacting with the faculty and staff. I am so happy and thankful to be at Indiana Tech and go through the Global Leadership Program. I would definitely do it again. Definitely made me a better person.
Getting a degree is about timing and what's important to you. I'd found a role I was excited about, but I knew in order to set myself apart, I needed to further my education. For me, life was already happening. I was married with 2 kids. I had a manager who had gone to Indiana Tech and had great things to say about it. The flexibility of online classes was great, and the instructors were really supportive. Indiana Tech was everything I needed it to be, right when I needed it.
What's Indiana Tech all about? It's about getting involved and one-on-one interaction. It's about knowing you can afford it and that it will be worth everything in the end. It's about turning your passions into your purpose. And most of all, it's about being a part of it. What are you waiting for? Go for it.
The online class portion of this PhD was extremely enticing because I do work full-time, I teach on the side of that, and I have a family. So the idea of having online courses where you can go at your own pace really does help a full-time professional. So when it's a situation like that, you want to make sure you're at the right place. And I'm really fortunate that I definitely feel like I made the right decision.
what's possible at Indiana Tech? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior.
So some of the factors I think that went into deciding to pursue a PhD was, number one, I think the opportunity to really pursue my academic endeavors, and then also the focus on global leadership. I know that through this PhD program that I'm going to have all kinds of new opportunities that I didn't have open to me previously, and would highly encourage anyone considering a PhD program to look at Indiana Tech.
Through my research, I learned there are a lot of leadership programs, but they didn't capture what it takes. And then I realized Indiana Tech was the only program back then that has crafted this pathway for the new generation of global leaders. You come where there's no path and you leave a trail. And that is how I look at my journey here at Tech, and that's what I hope to pursue.
What's Indiana Tech all about? It's about making connections and finding opportunities that lead you to unexpected places. It's about knowing we can afford it and that the payoff in your future will be priceless. It's about doing what you like to figure out what you love. And most of all, it's about being a part of it. So enjoy it, all of it. Go for it.
As a former high school dropout, I am not a typical MBA graduate. To me, getting a master's degree is about learning how to learn and do research, and that's exactly what Indiana Tech did for me. As an adult, going back to school, there were a lot of things to factor in. I have a family, I was working 60 hours a week, so finding time to squeeze in an education was a challenge. The flexibility of online classes made it possible, and the staff was amazing too. I'd tell anyone looking to further their education to look into Indiana Tech.
What's Indiana Tech all about? It's about getting involved and one-on-one interaction. It's about knowing you can afford it and that it will be worth everything in the end. It's about finding opportunities that lead to unexpected places and finding yourself along the way. It's about making connections and finding new ways to make them stronger. It's about turning your passions into your purpose. And most of all, it's about being a part of it. What are you waiting for? Go for it.
Here at Indiana Tech, we call ourselves Warriors. Everybody knows that Warriors fight. They fight for their dreams, they fight for their goals, and they fight alongside fellow Warriors. When something gets in your way, you don't stop, but you keep going. Warriors help fellow Warriors, regardless of experience or prior accolades. Warriors are strong enough to know when they need help, and strong enough to know that every setback is only a setup to win in life, on the job, in the classroom, and anywhere else. Through every cut, bump, bruise, a warrior overcomes every obstacle to achieve their goal, to win the war. So, my fellow Warriors, as you strive for greatness, as you kick down every door and overcome every obstacle to reach your mountaintop, remember you are and always will be a warrior.
And welcome in everybody to the Schaefer Center on the campus of Indiana Tech, where your Warriors have made it to the quarterfinal round of the Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference tournament. As the number 1 seed, they'll be taking on the number 5 seed, the Siena Heights Saints. The Saints are the last team to beat Indiana Tech. That was about 10 days ago on a Wednesday night, 84-82 in overtime. We're about a minute and a half away from our awards presentation. 2 days ago, the Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference honors were released. It's Taylor Covington as your Player of the Year for the second straight time. What an outstanding career Taylor has had. Never missed a start. I believe it's 129 starts straight for Taylor. She becomes the 4th player in conference history to win back-to-back Player of the Year honors, the first to do so since 2022. Covington was top 5 in conference in points at 18.5 points per game, 3rd in total points with 517, 1st in total assists, 150, and 1st in assists per game at 5.6. The Dublin, Ohio native also added 50 steals and 12 blocks on the season. Covington's efforts led Indiana Tech to its 5th straight WAC regular season title with a 20-2 mark in conference play, 23-5 overall record. Covington becomes a 4-time first team all WAC selection. She was also the WAC Newcomer of the Year in 2022 and 2023. Just a year ago, Taylor making first team, the all-defensive team, and Player of the Year. Genevieve Decker was the Defensive Player of the Year, so Tech sweeping the honors. But now we're going to send it down to Jim Shovel.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Please join us as we honor student-athletes in the conference for their excellence on and off the court. Help us welcome the WAC Commissioner, Eric Ward, who will be presenting the awards this evening. The Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference has a strong tradition of academic as well as athletic achievement. It is because of this commitment that we honor the following student athletes as the 2026 WAC Women's Basketball All-Academic Team for maintaining a cumulative GPA of 3.25. All members of this team must be a sophomore or above in academic standing and have attended their school for 1 full year. Will the following honorees please come forward when your name is called? From Siena Heights University, Khalees Bass. Lauren DeWolf. Imani Finch. Victoria Serrano Ortiz. And Josette Zuber. Now the honorees from Indiana Tech. Emma Walters. Avery Collins. Kiera Lovelace. Ava Smith. Jacqueline Cruz. Haley Jewell. Madison Mueller. Ryan Moore. Gabby Ritchie. Taylor Covington. Jade Carnahan. Cooper Stone. Madison Weiss. Ladies and gentlemen, the Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference is also focused on service to our communities and developing life skills through character-driven athletics. Players are selected by their coach to be part of the 2026 WAC Women's Basketball Champions of Character team. These members best represent the 5 core character values of integrity, respect, responsibility, sportsmanship, and servant leadership. From Siena Heights, Lauren DeWolf. And from Indiana Tech, Jade Carnahan. Next, we would like to recognize those members present on the all-defensive team as voted by WAC head coaches. From Siena Heights, Jam Thigpen. From Indiana Tech, Jaden Gully. Next, we would like to recognize those members present on the second team, all-conference team, as voted by WAC head coaches. From Indiana Tech, Ryan Moore. And now the players present tonight who were named to the 2026 WAC Women's Basketball First Team All-Conference Team. From Siena Heights, Tybiana Davis and Lauren DeWolf. And from Indiana Tech, Taylor Covington and Jaden Gully. Ladies and gentlemen, our next individual award goes to the 2026 Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference Player of the Year. For the second consecutive season, our player of the year is Taylor Covington from Indiana Tech. Fans, how about a round of applause for all of our competitors on a great conference season.
Here at Indiana Tech, we call ourselves Warriors. Everybody knows that Warriors fight. They fight for their dreams, they fight for their goals, and they fight alongside fellow Warriors. When something gets in your way, you don't stop, but you keep going. Warriors help fellow Warriors, regardless of experience or prior accolades. Warriors are strong enough to know when they need help, and strong enough to know that every setback is only a set up to win in life, on the job, in the classroom, and anywhere else. Through every cut, bump, bruise, a warrior overcomes every obstacle to achieve their goal, to win the war. So, my fellow Warriors, as you strive for greatness, as you kick down every door and overcome every obstacle to reach your mountaintop, remember you are and always will be a warrior.
Welcome in, everybody, to the Schaefer Center. This is the quarterfinal matchup. The number 1 seeded Indiana Tech Warriors coming into today with a 24-5 overall record, taking on the number 5 seeded Siena Heights Saints. Saints are 14-12 on the year, but this is as dangerous of a 5 seed as you're going to find in the country. Siena Heights has really been tearing it up as of late, coming off a big victory here at the Schaefer Center on February the 18th, 84-82 in overtime. They've actually lost 3 out of their last 5 games, but are picking it up here at the right time of the year, coming off a 60-45 victory at Aquinas this past Wednesday. In that game, Siena Heights with 3 players scoring in double digits. Kanila Tyler with 14 points, Imani Finch with 12, 19 for Lauren DeWolf. Taviana Davis with 6 points and 11 rebounds. Jam Thigpen with 7 points and 14 rebounds. So certainly from an offensive perspective, the Saints are going to be rested up for this one, as Indiana Tech's coming off a dominant performance, arguably the best performance of the year in the 97-45 win against Cornerstone in the quarterfinal round. In that game, Indiana Tech shooting 57% from the field, 53 from beyond the arc, hitting 16 of 30 three-pointers, and 69% from the free throw line. What a game by Taylor Covington. She scored 28 points. That's 3 points behind her season high of 31. Covington going 6 of 9 from beyond the arc with 5 rebounds in that game. Ryan Moore with 10 points. Jaden Gawley with 11 points. And Gabby Ritchie with 16 points. Gabby Ritchie hitting 5 of 7 three-pointers. Well, last time out against Siena Heights, once again an overtime loss. A lot of theatrics in that one, as Gabby Ritchie, two huge three-pointers in that game, one to take us into overtime and one to nearly give us the win against the Saints. Tyviana Davis was impressive in that one. She's only got 4 double-doubles on the season, and one of those was against Indiana Tech. She had 28 points and 10 rebounds. Jam Thigpen had 19 points and 10 rebounds. Tyviana Davis making it really hard on Indiana Tech defense. Jaden Gawley, for the first time this season, fouling out in that game. Gawley had 5 fouls. I believe it was around 4 minutes left to play in that first matchup against Siena Heights. Kenila Taylor had 14 points. Lauren DeWolf had 11, and Amani Finch had 10. We just heard Lauren DeWolf receiving the first-team all-conference honors along with Davis. For Indiana Tech, it was Jaden Gawley and Taylor Covington. Ryan Moore, second-team all-conference selection. Going back to that Siena Heights game, Covington did finish with 31 points. She had 8 rebounds as well. Jaden Gawley, before fouling out, 16 rebounds to go with 12 points. She's the only player in the game that actually did foul out in the last matchup. Gabby Ritchie had 11 points on 3 of 6 shooting from three-point land. Indiana Tech as a team shooting 75% from the free throw line, 35% from beyond the arc, and 41% from the field. Siena Heights shot 54% from the field. Once again, a lot of those coming from Thigpen and Davis down on the block. Davis also hitting some three-pointers in that game. She was 4 of 7 from beyond the arc. Lauren DeWolf was 3 of 4. Siena Heights shot 47% from three-point land, 53% from the charity stripe. The Saints had 38 rebounds, as Indiana Tech did out-rebound them with 46. Once again, Taylor Covington getting her Player of the Year honor. Taylor becomes the 4th ever player in conference history to win back-to-back Player of the Year honors. And Taylor now, today will be her 130th straight start. That is just unbelievable. They say your best ability is availability, everybody, and Taylor has certainly been there for head coach Jesse Biggs and the Lady Warriors. Going back to the honors, Coach Biggs did not get the Coach of the Year award. That went to Jared Ocampo from Rochester Christian. Ocampo doing a great job here in his second season as the team's coach. The Warriors finished 9-11 and in 9th place in the WAC last year. This year, they were 18-4, good for second place in the regular season. They're a number 2 seed here in the conference tournament, and they are hosting Lourdes today in what should certainly prove to be a great game. Now, their tip-off is going to be an hour behind ours, so we really won't have many live stats for you. But Jared Ocampo, congratulations to the Rochester Christian University head coach. And how about Kaylana Butler getting the Newcomer of the Year award, and Tamaya Worthy from Lourdes getting the Defensive Player of the Year award. So Lourdes with 2 players garnering Player of the Year honors for a school that will not have athletics next year. So Kaylana Butler is going to have to find a new home as she is only a junior and has 1 more year of eligibility. Once again, Taylor Covington, Jaden Gully making first team, Ryan Moore on the second team. I was a little bit surprised by that. I thought that Ryan Moore would be on the first team all-conference and that Madison Vice would be second team. We send it down to Jim Shovlin.
For tonight's Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference tournament matchup. At this time, would you please rise and gentlemen, remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First for the visitors on the scoreboard, the Siena Heights Saints. Starting at guard, a 5'6" sophomore, number 4, Kanila Tyler. Starting at guard, a 5'3" junior, number 11, Imani Prince. Starting at guard, a 5'6" senior, number 14, Lauren Wolf. Starting at forward, a 5'8" junior, number 23, Tatiana Davis. And starting at guard, a 5'8" junior, number 24, Jam Thigpen. The Saints are coached by Candace Leatherwood. And now, let's meet tonight's starting lineup. Your United Warriors! Starting at guard, a 5'10" sophomore from Warren, Michigan, 0, Ryan Moore. Starting at guard, a 5'6" junior from Albion, Indiana, number 2, Madison Vice. Starting at guard, a 5'7" senior from Dublin, Ohio, number 3, Taylor Covington. Starting at guard, a 5'6" junior from Mahoma, Illinois, number 11, Durbin Thomas. And starting at forward, a 5'11" sophomore from Ashland, Kentucky, number 21, Jaden Gully. Your Indiana Tech Warriors are coached by Jesse Biggs, associate head coach Kylene Biggs, assistant coaches Ed DeBray, Aaliyah Dade, and Lauren Tate.
There we have it, folks. The starters are all set here, ready to tip off in the center circle. That's going to be Jam Thigpen, number 24. Boy, is she impressive, everyone, to say the least. 11 double-doubles on the season. That's one more than what Jaden Gully has. Jaden also in the center circle there with Jam Thigpen. Thigpen ranks number 7 in the country, averaging 12.2 rebounds per game, as that's going to be taken by Durbin Thomas and the Warriors. Durbin Thomas entering today with the best three-point field goal percentage in the conference, shooting 46% from beyond the arc. Nice feed to Madison Weiss. Now it's Durbin Thomas on the dribble drive, kick out to Gawley. Weiss on the wing. Good job collapsing there by Imani Finch with the defense. That's Lauren DeWolf on the perimeter, and the three-pointer is good. How about that? Durbin Thomas getting the assist, but Taylor Covington picking up right where she left off in the quarterfinal round when she hit 6 of 9 three-pointers, hits her first one of the game. Kanila Tyler picking up the dribble, gets it over to Davis. That's Gawley with the defense, working off the pick, and nice feed. Wow, to Lauren DeWolf. Lauren DeWolf, a senior first-team all-conference performer. Lauren DeWolf entering today as the team's second leading scorer, as the mid-range bucket is good by Ryan Moore. Lauren DeWolf averaging 17 points per game. That's 6th best in the WAC. Once again, needing some help. That was Imani Finch as they'll turn it over. Another steal there for nice outlet pass. Covington to Moore, just a little bit underneath the bucket. She is going to be fouled. Is that going to go against Davis? Oh, no. So Tyviana Davis picking up the first foul in this game. Folks, she just joined Siena Heights in December, so it was after the semester. And her numbers are just outstanding with 18 games played entering today. She averages 7.5 rebounds per game, and that's 10th best in the WAC as the free throws are good by Ryan Moore. Moore, a 67% free throw shooter on the season. Indiana Tech up 7-2 early on in this game. DeWolf being guarded by Madison Weiss, regarded as one of the best defenders here for the Warriors. And Indiana Tech, year in, year out, one of the best defensive teams in the WAC. Beautiful looking shot there by Imani Finch. Finch entering today, averaging 8.7 points per game while shooting 26% from beyond the arc. Weiss, Thomas, Covington working off the pick as Gawley sinks down to the block. Davis with a tight defense there on Covington. They were definitely letting these two teams play some physical basketball as that entry pass is denied by Tyler. Tyler looking to go coast to coast, spin move on the block. Hits it with the right hand. We are tied at 7, everyone. 5-0 run here by the Saints. Thomas has Gawley top of the key. Davis with the defense on Ryan Moore. Jaden Gawley being guarded by Thigpen. And traveling going to be called turnover by Indiana Tech. And that's what this Siena Heights team does, folks. They are extremely physical and athletic. They've got good size and really good speed. They can frustrate the heck out of you defensively. Finch has Lauren DeWolf. DeWolf taking home all kinds of hardware today, all academic, champions of character. Look at the block by Gawley. Davis already calling for fouls in this one. As on the other end, Taylor Covington finishes. Like I said, last time out, they were letting both teams play physical. Hence, Jaden Gawley fouling out for the first time in her career. Comes up with another steal. Gawley one-on-one with Davis and gets it off glass. Jaden Gawley making the all-defensive team, showing you why early on in this game. 4-point lead for the Warriors. Finch picked up by Durbin Thomas, and they're going to call foul on number 11. Imani Finch entering today is 62% free throw shooter, hitting 45 of 73.
At the line for Siena Heights, 11, Imani Finch.
Jam Thigpen in game number 1 really did not get going until the second half, where she just poured it on. Second one, no good. That was Moore with the rebound. Gully working on the baseline with the dribble drive, skip pass, finds Thomas in the corner with the bunny, and it's good. Thigpen finished with 19 points in that first matchup with 10 rebounds, our 11th double-double of the season. Tyler working against Covington. Covington with the block. Taylor Covington did not make the all-defensive team this year, but she did last year during her junior year when she was also named an All-American. With the inbounds pass, Tyler, just a sophomore out of Grand Rapids. Finch, three ball, no good. Covington pushes it forward to Vice. Thomas looks like she had an open look there for three. Coach, I'm sure, has wanted Durbin Thomas to shoot more of those threes. Once again, number one three-point field goal percentage in the WAC. She's got one of the best three-point field goal percentages for a season in Indiana Tech women's basketball history, a very storied program. Currently up by 5, 13-8. Thomas putting some pressure on in the backcourt as Finch gets it over the timeline. DeWolf, Thigpen. Double screen being set as Thomas works her way through it. Now DeWolf working off the double screen by Davis and Thigpen. Defense, good defense by Taylor Covington there on Kanaya Tyler. Covington with over 1,500 points for her career. We'll see where she ends up. Should be around 1,800 points is where I believe she might end up. And the scoop shot by Madison Vice. What a nice, strong take from Vice, who played at Siena Heights last year. I didn't even know Siena Heights was going to have athletics heading into this season, as that pass was behind Davis. Another turnover. We got a media timeout here with 4:18 left to play in the first quarter. You're watching Indiana Tech women's basketball, powered by Summit City Sports.
The online class portion of this PhD was extremely enticing because I do work full-time, I teach on the side of that, and I have a family. I definitely feel like I made the right decision.
Want to know what it means to be a warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a warrior's shoes.
I already had an associate degree, but I always knew I wanted to earn my bachelor's. Indiana Tech made it possible, even while working a full-time job. The online classes were great. I'd tell anyone thinking about college to enroll in Indiana Tech today.
Welcome back, everybody. How about Madison Vice here, top of the key with the blow-by. Straight to the bucket. Vice entering today second most for the Warriors, averaging 30.6 minutes played. Extremely valuable in all facets of the game for head coach Jesse Biggs. Vice takes the feed. She's only a junior out of Albion, Indiana. Gabby Ritchie into the game here for Indiana Tech, along with Jacqueline Cruz. Ritchie, deep three ball, just left a little bit short. Davis with the rebound. Cruz will be called upon quite often in this one to help with the defense on Davis and Thigpen, and charging going to be called against Tyviana Davis. That's her second foul, so she's going to head to the bench. Checking into the game will be Josette Zuvers. Zuvers, a junior, goes 6'2", out of Morenci, Michigan. Working off the pick as Covington has Ritchie. Tight defense being played by Tyler on Covington. Now it's Khalees Bass with the defense. Picked by Golly. Cruz now with 8 seconds on the shot clock. Golly pulls up for the 13-footer off glass is good. Indiana Tech currently a 6-0 run here the last 3 minutes. Zuvers over to Bass. Now on the dribble drive. Bucket is good by Tyler. Tyler showing some great speed and body control there on the baseline. Cruz has Covington here. Top of the key, 3 ball left short, and offensive board by Jaden Golly. Head coach Candace Leatherwood in her second season at Siena Heights wanting a foul on that one. Look at that big block by Jam Thigpen. Moving it the other way is Lauren DeWolf. Now it's Bass. Tyler, right-handed dribble drive, took some contact as the bucket is no good. Approaching the 2-minute mark here in the first quarter. Jacqueline Cruz on the baseline and Zuvers from behind with the block. Thigpen comes out with the loose ball. Jam Thigpen entering today, ranks number 8 in the conference with 17 blocks and 8 with 53 steals. Set to check in will be Ryan Moore for Jaden Golly. Foul goes against Jam Thigpen. That'll be her first and the team's third. Jacqueline Cruz to inbound it here for the Warriors. Again, the winner of this game takes on the winner of Lourdes at Rochester Christian. Rochester Christian, known for having a good program. Last time Indiana Tech did not win a regular season championship, it was Rochester that won it. That was 6 years ago. Tyler getting some help there. Covington did from Gabby Ritchie. Now Bass, mid-range, no good. A Thigpen, and I think a reach-in's going to go against Jacqueline Cruz. Number 13, blocking foul going to be called. So you're going to need Jacqueline Cruz to defend Thigpen or Davis whenever Moore or Golly is not on the floor. The inbounds pass to Thigpen and knocks it out of bounds. Coach Leatherwood not too happy about that play. No need for Thigpen to swipe it. Ritchie. Madison Weiss now ranks number 4 in the conference in three-point field goal percentage as Covington hits the 13-foot jumper. Weiss shooting 39% from beyond the arc. She's hit 64 of 165 three-point attempts. Bass needs some help. DeWolf, that's an air ball attempt and the rebound. I said Thigpen touched the ball while her foot was out of bounds. So it'll be Ryan Moore to inbound at 42.6 seconds remaining, a 12-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Weiss wide open 3-ball. And, that one halfway down, spins out. Bass gets it up to Tyler. Tyler, early and often, making her way to the cup. Foul goes against Ryan Moore. So Tyler getting to the free throw line. Tyler, the team's third leading scorer, shoots 67% from the free throw line. First one is good. She's got 5 points. She's hit 2 of 5 from the field. Now Jaden Golly is going to check in.
21, Jaden Gully returns to the Warrior line.
She'll check in for Jacqueline Cruz. 27.3 seconds remaining until the break. Shot clock is off. Covington, as she normally does, going to dribble this one out. Great crowd here at the Schaefer Center, one of the best crowds we've had all year long. For this highly anticipated rematch, Moore from 15 feet knocks it down. Silky smooth, Ryan Moore. Now Bass, can she get a shot off? She will not. So that'll do it for the first quarter, everybody. We're going to take a 1-minute break, and we'll be back with you for more of this semifinal matchup.
Getting a degree is about timing and what's important to you. For me, it was after I was married with 2 kids. It was a busy time, but the flexibility of online classes at Indiana Tech worked for my life. Indiana Tech was everything I needed it to be, right when I needed it.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior.
I got my bachelor's degree at Indiana Tech. It was an easy choice when choosing where to get my master's degree too. The flexibility of online classes allowed me to go back to school while still building my career, and the professors were always there to make sure I was successful.
21-12 is your score as we start the second quarter. How about Jaden Gawley? I mean, the first time out against Siena Heights, Davis was giving her fits. Here she comes up with the steal, and then the bucket. It's got to feel good if your name's Jaden Gawley. Currently sitting with 4 points on 2 of 2 shooting. She's got 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 steal, and 1 block so far in this game. Thigpen down on the block, nowhere to go. That was Moore with the defense. Tyler over to Bass. Bass kind of floats on the floor there. Very fast player. Thigpen gets her first 2 points of the game. Jam Thigpen already with 3 rebounds. Taylor Covington with a game-high 4 rebounds in this one. As the 12-footer's no good. Bass coming out with it. Davis set to check back in here for the Saints, as Bass is going to set up the offense. Zuvers working off the elbow, opposite elbow. That's Thigpen getting a little bit of a screen just inside the arc. High arcing shot by Thigpen is no good. Jam Thigpen shoots 51% from the field, 58% from the free throw line, and has not attempted a three-pointer this year. Looking at Jaden Gawley, she's 1 of 2 from beyond the arc on the season. Ryan Moore doesn't shoot many threes as well. Covington, 17-footer, good. So Taylor Covington now with 9 points to lead all scorers to go with her game-high 4 rebounds in 11 minutes played. Covington, last time out against Siena Heights, did not leave the game. Step back, Thigpen, another high arcing shot. As Gawley comes up with the rebound. Covington being picked up by Tyler. They like to force Taylor to her right. Moore, and that one just right through the hands of Ryan Moore. Thigpen making the all-defensive team this year for head coach Leatherwood. Thigpen and Jaden Gawley, the only 2 players in this team in this game to make the all-defensive team. As I mentioned last year, Taylor Covington did make the all-defensive team, as well as being the player of the year. DeWolf working off the screen and cannot get it to fall with the left hand. That's an offensive board by Thigpen, as Gawley nearly comes up with the steal. We saw that in the Cornerstone game. Gawley came up with a steal right there in front of the bench on the sideline, was falling out of bounds, and then threw it off the cornerstone player. Nice defense by Taylor Covington, denying the pass to Amani Finch. 7:46 left here in the second quarter as Tyler's going to check back into this game for Bass. Kenila Tyler has probably been the most important player to Siena Heights so far in this game. She's taken it upon herself to get to the cup, put some points on the board. Her team down by 9. Wolf working off that screen by Thigpen. Hits it with the left. Lauren DeWolf, a 39% shooter from the field, ranks number 1 in the WAC, hitting 90% of her free throws. Vice has Durbin Thomas here on the near wing. We got starters on the floor for Indiana Tech as the lob from Ryan Moore to Taylor Covington's a thing of beauty. Davis. And just like game number 1, Davis and Thigpen with slow starts to this game as far as scoring the ball is concerned. DeWolf, 4-3. She was feeling it right there, a 33% shooter from beyond the arc on the season. DeWolf hitting 64 of 195. By far the most attempts for a Siena Heights team. Siena Heights does not shoot many threes, but they take a lot of free throws. We referenced that last game. 514 free throw attempts. Indiana Tech with 373 free throw attempts. That's with Siena Heights playing 3 less games than Indiana Tech on the year. 6-point advantage. Covington, tight defense there by Tyler. So that's going to be turned over to Siena Heights on the shot clock violation. Jacqueline Cruz checking in for Gully. Coach Biggs following Jaden to the water cooler there. Has some instruction for her as Davis gets it over the timeline. Davis working off the screen by DeWolf. Now they have Thigpen one-on-one. Beautiful take right there as the Siena Heights Saints are starting to heat up here. They're on a 5-0 run the last minute and 7 seconds. Covington and a foul going to go against Jacqueline Cruz. Called with a blocking foul. See how much longer they're going to keep Gully on the bench. For Cruz, that's her second and the team's first. 5:47 left to play in the second quarter. Davis looking for a seam, just none to be had. Ryan Moore's got the defense. There's Thigpen working against Cruz. And Covington on that one misses on the bunny. Thomas coming out with it. They got Gabby Ritchie. Madison Vice and Jaden Gully, 2 starters that are currently on the bench. Tough to get around Finch for Taylor Covington. Thomas 3-ball off glass, no good. Davis rises up for 3. It's exactly what she did in game number 1. She hit her first 3-ball in that game. Ended up with a solid night from beyond the perimeter. Covington, hard to shake these defenders. She's being guarded by Thigpen now. Thomas working off the screen. Beautiful screen set there by Covington. Thomas took advantage. She's now 0 of 2 from beyond the arc. And on the block, the putback is good by Tyler. Kenila Tyler now with 6 points in this game. 8 points to lead all Saints. Ritchie. That's DeWolf with the defense on Gabby Ritchie. Both she and Covington have been hot from beyond the arc as of late. Cruz. Jacqueline Cruz loves the dribble drive here. She's got more from 14 feet, and the jumper is good. Moore, that's her 8th point of the game. On 3 of 6 shooting, that's just what she does. Ryan Moore entering today ranks number 4 in the WAC, shooting 52% from the field. 4-point advantage for the Warriors. Thigpen, as that hole quickly collapsed there with Taylor Covington. Now Lauren DeWolf one-on-one with Moore, cannot get it to fall. Good hustle play by Thigpen getting the offensive board, and the putback is no good. Thigpen with another offensive rebound, and she is fouled by Covington. Big collision down on the block. How about Jam Thigpen, everybody? Look at the effort out there as we got a media timeout here at 3:33. We'll be right back.
As an adult going back to school, there's a lot to factor in. I have a family, I was working 60 hours a week. Finding time to get a degree was challenging. The flexibility of online classes at Indiana Tech made it possible. I'd tell anyone looking to further their education to look into Indiana Tech.
Welcome back, everyone. We knew this was going to be a good game, and this is turning into a good game right here. That's Jam Thigpen putting the pressure on offensively. Good defense down on the block by the Warriors in that big collision. So Thigpen, actually for Taylor Covington, that's just her first foul and the team's second. Siena Heights with no fouls here in the second quarter. 5 fouls been called on Indiana Tech in this game. 3 fouls on Siena Heights. That's Davis with the inbounds to Thigpen. Moore's got the defense. There's a screen. That's Gawley and Moore, Thigpen and Davis. And nice steal by Madison Weiss. Nearly has it stolen away from behind by Thigpen. As Gawley's got it on the far wing. Tyler's got the defense once again on Covington. And Moore scores it over DeWolf. Moore now 4 of 7 in this game. Only Taylor Covington has more points with 11 than Ryan Moore, who has 10. Tyler. Finch, and I think traveling going to be called. Imani Finch entering today, averaging 8.7 points per game. She shoots 32% from the field. Finch with 21 steals. Davis entering today with 40 steals, and that's 6th most in the WAC. She averages 2.2 steals per game. It's the 2.2 steals per game that ranks her 6th. Thigpen coming out with it. She might have, coughs it over there with the turnover. Thigpen sitting with 7 rebounds. Was thinking she might get to 10 before halftime, but probably most likely won't happen. Baseline, mid-range, no good by Covington. Gawley trying to save it. And boy, that went through the hands of Ryan Moore and picked up by Tyler. Tyler, she floats on the floor as well. And DeWolf's going to be fouled. Blocking goes against Weiss.
Indiana Tech foul on number 2, Madison Weiss. Her first, team's 3rd of the quarter.
Weiss, that's her first and the team's 3rd.
Number 5, Khalees Bass.
Khalees Bass checking back into the game for Imani Finch. So Coach Leatherwood just replaces speed with speed. Thigpen and pass intended for Khalees Bass. And she's just not even going to touch it. 1:50 left to play before the break. 6-point advantage for the Warriors in this semifinal matchup. Over at Rochester, they'll be tipping off at 7 p.m. The winner of that game will take on the winner of the Warriors and Saints. Covington fouled by Davis, and that's going to be her third. Coach is going to have to take her out of the game. Zuber's going back in. Just a slap on the arm. Definitely a foul. It's only the fourth foul that has been called against Siena Heights in this game. 3 of those going to Davis, and that is just tough, as she's going to have to enter the second half with 3 fouls. First free throw is good by Taylor Covington. She's sitting with 12 points. Covington, a 71% free throw shooter on the season, hitting 42 of 59. It's amazing how much she handles the ball, and she only has 59 free throw attempts on the season. Durbin Thomas checking in for Indiana Tech. Covington last year, 59 of 78 from the free throw line. Juliana Burris was a top free throw shooter a year ago. Both she and Taylor are from Dublin, Ohio. Handoff goes to DeWolf. Thick pin, nowhere to go. Good defense by Moore. Moore's got those long arms, very quick hands. As Thomas comes out with it. Siena Heights had that spurt. They've been pretty quiet since. Thomas working off the screen by Golly. 13-footer, no good. And they're going to call over the back on Jaden Golly. So for Jaden, that's just her first foul in this game. She's definitely learned her lesson from the previous matchup where she fouled out. First time ever. Bass has it to DeWolf. DeWolf trying to get around Weiss. Good quick feet by Madison Weiss. Tyler down low. Man, Madison Weiss is playing some lockdown defense. Now the outlet pass to Golly, and she's going to be fouled by Lauren DeWolf. Great job with the tempo here by the Warriors. Quickly getting the ball down the floor. Take another look at it here on our Warrior replay. As Ryan Moore, eyes down court. What a find. Jaden Golly, a 58% free throw shooter entering today's game. Hitting 32 of 55. Jaden Golly was the first player on the court in pregame to get shots up. Davis was the second player on the floor. So one end you had Golly, the other end you had Davis. And about 10 minutes later, more players came out to join him. A lot of people really excited about this matchup, as you can see in the stands. Tyler. That's been a fun matchup, watching Tyler and Covington go after it. Kanaya. Tyler there with another strong take. She's got 12 points now. Golly straight to the cup. Hello. Look at the speed by Jaden Golly. And that's going to do it here. So what a nice run. 9-2 run the last 4 minutes and 30 seconds here by Indiana Tech. As we're going to take a 9-point lead into the break. We got a 12-minute commercial coming up, and then we will be back with you for some stats in the second half. Remember, folks, you can always go to the Indiana Tech Facebook and Twitter to like, reply, share some of the highlights that I'll be tweeting out here at halftime. So please go and do that so we can get our numbers up. We'll be right back.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior.
Indiana Tech wasn't just where I got my bachelor's degree. It was where I met my wife and formed a network that helped me get an internship that turned into my first job after graduation. It was an easy decision when choosing where to get my master's degree too. The flexibility of online classes allowed me to go back to school while still building my career. And the professors were always there to make sure I was successful. If someone asks me, why Indiana Tech? I'll say, why not?
Want to know what it means to be a warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a warrior's shoes.
I already had an associate degree, but I always knew I wanted to earn my bachelor's. Indiana Tech made it possible, even while I was juggling life and working a full-time job. The flexibility of online classes was great, and the professors were always there to help. The connections I made along the way still influence and inspire me in my everyday work. I'd tell anyone thinking about college to enroll in Indiana Tech today. It's one of the best decisions I made, and I'll be going back to earn my master's too.
Tech goes by many names. Business, fine art, forensic science. Some think it's just technical. But really, tech means everything. Scholarships, internships, championships. It's professors who make time for you one-on-one. It's putting everything on the line. It can be fierce. It can be fascinating. It can be awesome. Most important, it's believing in yourself and what you have to offer the world. Because at Indiana Tech, warriors are prepared to lead a significant life.
Well, there's quite a few things I think that I enjoyed about the program. I love learning. To me, it's just like a lifelong journey. Definitely, I enjoyed interacting with the faculty and staff. I am so happy and thankful to be at Indiana Tech and go through the Global Leadership Program. I would definitely do it again. Definitely made me a better person.
Getting a degree is about timing and what's important to you. I'd found a role I was excited about, but I knew in order to set myself apart, I needed to further my education. For me, life was already happening. I was married with 2 kids. I had a manager who had gone to Indiana Tech and had great things to say about it. The flexibility of online classes was great, and the instructors were really supportive. Indiana Tech was everything I needed it to be, right when I needed it.
What's Indiana Tech all about? It's about getting involved and one-on-one interaction. It's about knowing you can afford it and that it will be worth everything in the end. It's about turning your passions into your purpose. And most of all, it's about being a part of it. What are you waiting for? Go for it.
The online class portion of this PhD was extremely enticing because I do work full-time, I teach on the side of that, and I have a family. So the idea of having online courses where you can go at your own pace really does help a full-time professional. So when it's a situation like that, you want to make sure you're at the right place. And I'm really fortunate that I definitely feel like I made the right decision.
know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior.
So some of the factors I think that went into deciding to pursue a PhD was, number one, I think the opportunity to really pursue my academic endeavors, and then also the focus on global leadership. I know that through this PhD program that I'm going to have all kinds of new opportunities that I didn't have open to me previously, and would highly encourage anyone considering a PhD program to look at Indiana Tech.
Through my research, I learned there are a lot of leadership programs, but they didn't capture what it takes. And then I realized Indiana Tech was the only program back then that has crafted this pathway for the new generation of global leaders. You come where there's no path and you leave a trail. And that is how I look at my journey here at Tech, and that's what I hope to pursue.
What's Indiana Tech all about? It's about making connections and finding opportunities that lead you to unexpected places. It's about knowing we can afford it and that the payoff in your future will be priceless. It's about doing what you like to figure out what you love. And most of all, it's about being a part of it. So enjoy it, all of it. Go for it.
As a former high school dropout, I am not a typical MBA graduate. To me, getting a master's degree is about learning how to learn and do research, and that's exactly what Indiana Tech did for me. As an adult, going back to school, there were a lot of things to factor in. I have a family, I was working 60 hours a week, so finding time to squeeze in an education was a challenge. The flexibility of online classes made it possible, and the staff was amazing too. I'd tell anyone looking to further their education to look into Indiana Tech.
What's Indiana Tech all about? It's about getting involved and one-on-one interaction. It's about knowing you can afford it and that it will be worth everything in the end. It's about finding opportunities that lead to unexpected places and finding yourself along the way. It's about making connections and finding new ways to make them stronger. It's about turning your passions into your purpose. And most of all, it's about being a part of it. What are you waiting for? Go for it.
Here at Indiana Tech, we call ourselves Warriors. Everybody knows that Warriors fight. They fight for their dreams, they fight for their goals, and they fight alongside fellow Warriors. When something gets in your way, you don't stop, but you keep going. Warriors help fellow Warriors, regardless of experience or prior accolades. Warriors are strong enough to know when they need help, and strong enough to know that every setback is only a set up to win in life, on the job, in the classroom, and anywhere else. Through every cut, bump, bruise, a warrior overcomes every obstacle to achieve their goal, to win the war. So, my fellow Warriors, as you strive for greatness, as you kick down every door and overcome every obstacle to reach your mountaintop, remember you are and always will be a warrior.
Welcome back, everybody. Warriors up at the break, 34-25 over Siena Heights in this game. Taylor Covington leading all scorers with 13 points. She also has 4 rebounds to lead the Warriors. Moore with 10 points, Vice with 2 for Thomas, and 7 for Jaden Gawley on 3 of 3 shooting. Gawley with 2 steals in this game, has 2 rebounds as well. Kanaya Tyler sitting with 10 points to lead the Saints. Finch with 4, 7 for DeWolf. Thigpen with 4. Tyviana Davis 0 for 2 from the field with 0 points. Has 2 assists and 2 rebounds. More importantly, though, she has 3 fouls for Davis. Check out some of the highlights here from the first half. Kanaya Tyler there with another strong take. She's got 12 points now. Gawley straight to the cup. Hello. Look at the speed by Jaden Gawley. Good vision in this play. Tyler down low. Man, Madison Vice is playing some lockdown defense. Now the outlet pass to Gawley, and she's going to be fouled. As you can see, President Carl Einhoff and the Indiana Tech Pep Band doing a great job here on this semifinal night of the Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Tournament. Here's the starters on the floor for Indiana Tech as the lob from Ryan Moore to Taylor Covington to think it on the run. Around 1,800 points is where I believe she might end up. And the scoop shot by Madison Vice. What a nice, strong take. Some of these girls were her teammates. Hence, Jaden Gawley fouling out for the first time in her career. Comes up with another steal. Gawley one-on-one with Davis and gets it off glass. Another Wolf taking home all kinds of hardware today. All academic, champions of character. Look at the block by Gawley. Davis already calling for fouls in this one. As on the other end. Another one. Now it's Durbin Thomas on the dribble drive. Kick out to Gawley. Vice on the wing. Good job collapsing there by Imani Finch with the defense. That's Lauren DeWolf on the perimeter, and the three-pointer is good. Basketball IQ is out of this world for Covington. All set to start the third quarter. All those highlights that you just saw there, folks, are on Twitter and Facebook. Just go to the Indiana Tech page. And once again, you can retweet them and share them with your friends and family. That's what they're there for. Share those moments with your family and friends. More, as we got starters on the floor. Thigpen does not have her mask on. Elbow jumper by Moore is no good. And Davis knocks it out of bounds. Davis still does not look happy. That's the battle right there that we were all anticipating. Jaden Gawley and Tyviana Davis. It's Covington to inbound it. See a little head nod there. She's directing her teammates. Step back. That's Tyler with the defense on Covington. Kanaya Tyler Golly has Covington on the wing. 3 balls, good. Just like we started the first quarter, the third quarter starts the same with Taylor Covington. How about that? Covington now 2 of 3 from three-point land with 16 points. Folks, if Taylor continues to shoot like that from three-point, it's going to be a special postseason. Good job by Tyler picking up where she left off in the first half. She's got a team-high 12 with 5 of 10 shooting. Moore from point-blank range gets it to go. Hey, congratulations to Jackson Fugate, the sophomore here at Indiana Tech, named the Player of the Year in the WAC for men's basketball. Great job by Jackson, having an outstanding sophomore season. Thigpen, nowhere to go, but gets her own rebound. And another offensive board by Thigpen, and that's just what she does. She got 9 now.
Indiana Tech foul on Zero Ryan Moore, her second.
Foul goes against Moore, that's her second. I've always said if I'm going to pick 5 NBA players of all time to win a game, Dennis Rodman's going to be one of the 5 that I choose if I just have to win one game. And Thigpen reminds you a lot of Dennis Rodman with just her relentless energy. DeWolf going to be called with the foul. She picks up her second. DeWolf, who had 7 points on 3 of 6 shooting in the first half. It's Amani Finch with the defense on Covington. Davis out on Golly. Thigpen on Moore. Working off the screen. The mid-range jumper is good by Taylor Covington. Beautiful, beautiful. I mean, Taylor, she can be at 90% speed, stop on a dime, have total body control. You're not seeing that from some of the Saints players as, or a lot of players really in general. It's just a special skill to have. It does not come without practice, that's for sure. Golly, and that was a zigzag type of moment there. She was expecting Ryan Moore to retreat to the corner as Moore was going to the cup. Finch. Durbin Thomas staying right with her. Tyler, top of the key. And that pass intended for Davis is stolen by Golly, her third. Another one she takes straight to the house. Jaden Golly now with 9 points on 4 of 4 shooting. She's got more steals than she does rebounds. 3 over 2. Durbin Thomas with a block. And Ryan Moore pins it off the board. Serious action going down on the block. And now Covington with the blow by. Switches to the left hand. And we need a T.O. baby. Here at the Schaefer Center. 45-27. Warriors on top.
Getting a degree is about timing and what's important to you. For me, it was after I was married with 2 kids. It was a busy time, but the flexibility of online classes at Indiana Tech worked for my life. Indiana Tech was everything I needed it to be, right when I needed it.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior.
I got my bachelor's degree at Indiana Tech. It was an easy choice when choosing where to get my master's degree too. The flexibility of online classes allowed me to go back to school while still building my career, and the professors were always there to make sure I was successful.
6:43 left to play. Look at this crowd here at the Schaefer Center. Always getting good support from the other athletes. And it's Block City here. Durbin Thomas at 15 feet. And then watch Ryan Moore with the swipe. There's Taylor Covington on the other end. Beautiful dribble drive for 2. Davis, hard to say, but she has not scored yet in this game. Not hard to say, just hard to believe. Traveling going to go against the Wolf.
Warrior ball.
Nearly a 20-point lead. 18 points here for Indiana Tech in the third quarter. Indiana Tech on the year, outscoring its opponents. Look at Golly down low. Durbin Thomas with the assist. Mighty fine assist, I might add. Indiana Tech outscoring its opponents 588 to 398 in the third quarter on the season. It's their best quarter offensively. Their worst quarter is the fourth. Blocking foul going to go against Taylor Covington, her second.
Taylor Covington, her second, team second.
Covington second and the team second. So free throw is no good. Tyler now 2 of 4 from the free throw line. This is her third trip, and she misses both of them. Thomas coming out with the rebound. Durbin Thomas, your starting point guard here for Indiana Tech. Moore, nice pass. Wow. Ryan Moore just continues to thread the needle, putting on a passing clinic. Moore now sitting, I believe it is 3 assists in this game. All 3 have been very pretty passes. The Wolf working off a double screen. Tyler, good job by Covington, nearly knocked that ball away. She had some grunting going on from the Indiana Tech crowd. Traveling. Possession going back over to Siena Heights. 13 turnovers for Siena Heights, just 8 now for Indiana Tech. Bass back into the game for Siena Heights. Davis to inbound it. Gets it into Thigpen. Bass calling for some motion. Now she takes that spot on the floor. Cannot get around Covington, one of the top defenders in the WAC. Thigpen nearly has it swiped by Ryan Moore. Davis rises up. That one no good as well. And foul going to go against Thigpen over the back. Davis now 0 of 3 from three-point. 0 of 4 from the field. Inside 5 minutes left to play in the third. Durbin. Durbin Thomas, 2 3-point attempts in this game, 0 for 2. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Moore from 15 feet. I'll tell you what, I have never seen her shoot so many shots from the free throw line, and she has been knocking them in, that mid-range jumper. And that's what Ryan Moore does. She's got 14 points. She does it so quietly every single game. Ryan Moore with 3 double-doubles on the season, entering today, averaging 13.5 points per game while shooting 52% from the field, which is 4th best in the WAC. She also averages 6.6 rebounds per game. So we got a media timeout here at 4:17. Folks, we're going to stay here. We got the pep band going. Well, no, we got the radio going. We'll stay here anyways and go over some of these fantastic highlights. Remember, after the double block, this is Taylor Covington. Covington working on the near wing right here, blows right past her defender. Not easy to do here against the Saints. You feel like the wind has been taken out of the sails of Siena Heights. Oh, here's another nice pass right here. So we take a look. Durbin Thomas finding Jaden Gawley. That play developed nicely. Got some fans on the phones. They're probably texting their family members saying, tune in to the Warriors. They are on fire right now, up 51-29. Largest lead of the game at 22 points here for Indiana Tech. Siena Heights has not led in this game. I did not think that that would be possible. Talk about Ryan Moore. I've showed you all three of her assists because they're all so pretty. Look at this one right here. Finding Covington. I mean, those two got the connection going on. Finch at the free throw line. She's got the light pink sneakers on. Low cut. Finch now 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Make it 2 of 4 as Moore comes out with the rebound. Imani Finch, just a junior at 5'3". She's out of Columbus, Ohio. Cruz has Durbin Thomas on the far wing. Covington on the dribble drive. Gets around DeWolf. DeWolf's going to be called with another foul. Goes on 14. Remember, Indiana Tech had about 3 more fouls than Siena Heights in the first half. Tech's sitting with 10 fouls now. Siena Heights just 8. Davis checking out of the game as Tyler's going to check back in for her. Tyviana Davis having to tone it down a little bit, sitting with 3 fouls. DeWolf has 3 fouls as well as Covington drains it. Taylor now a perfect 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Once again, a 71% free throw shooter entering today's game. Second one coming up for Covington. That one left short, and Ryan Moore with the offensive board. So as you can see, some miscommunication there with Madison Weiss. But that's okay because it is a 22-point lead. And you can just see that Siena Heights a little bit flat ever since they had that big run where they pulled themselves within like 4 points in the second quarter. Thigpen took off the mask. He's really not messing around in this game. Jam Thigpen already with 10 rebounds to go with 4 points. Thigpen, good defense being played by Moore. And there was a shot. The buzzer sounded. That's what Thigpen does right there. Just Moore going to be called with the foul. Take another look at this one real quick. There's 0. I'm telling you, I think the buzzer sounded before that ball hit the rim. I'll tell you, Jam Thigpen, she's got some high arcing shots. Press being put on by the Saints. Broken easily by the Warriors as Thomas gets it back from Cruz. Cruz in the corner. Nice feed to Gully. The pass was just a little bit high. And we got a foul going to go against number 5, Bass. Khalees Bass is just a sophomore, 5'1", out of Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Cruz to inbound it. Jacqueline Cruz is about the only other player outside of Covington that'll inbound that ball consistently. That's Jacqueline Cruz setting the pick. Thomas rises up, 10-footer, no good, gets her own rebound. Thomas running into a wall right there. DeWolf's got the defense on Durbin. Gully. Jaden throws it up with the right hand. No good. For Jaden Gully, I believe that's her first miss in this game. She's now 5 of 6 from the field. Bass inside the arc. Gully with the rebound. For Jaden, that is her 4th rebound of the game. Jaden Gully entering today with 10 double-doubles on the season. Nice, another strong take by Taylor Covington. Jam Thigpen with 11. I would love to see nationwide who actually leads in that category. Ever since the NAIA went away from DAC stats, now you can't tell as Presto does not record double-doubles. It's a very important stat, though. Blocking foul going to be called on Jacqueline Cruz, and she absolutely cannot believe it. Gabby Ritchie coming off the bench as she's going to check in for Cruz. For Jacqueline, that's her third and the team's fifth. So Siena Heights in the bonus. Thigpen at the free throw line, where she's a perfect 1-for-1 in this game. Thigpen sitting with 7 points and 11 rebounds in 27 minutes played. And Jacqueline Cruz set to check back in. First free throw is no good by Thigpen. Jam Thigpen, a 58% free throw shooter on the season, misses them both. Thigpen with 17 blocks on the season. That's 8th most in the conference. Remember, Siena Heights has played 3 less games than most teams. Weiss with a left-handed layup. It's good. Weiss with 4 points now. She only has 1 3-pointer attempted in this game. Weiss, a 39% three-point shooter. Ranks her 4th best in conference. DeWolf trying to get around, trying to shake Madison Weiss. Not easy to do, as her shot's a little bit strong. Nice rebound by Thigpen. She truly is an artist when it comes to rebounding. Davis with the air ball. Thigpen quickly getting back on defense. And Tyler going to be called with the foul. Blocking foul going against Kenila Tyler. Only a sophomore. I'll tell you what, somebody's going to get themselves a good basketball player for 2 more years with Kenila Tyler. For Tyler, that's her first and the team's 5th. Both teams in the bonus here with 1:09 left to play in the third. Covington missed her last free throw attempted. Drains that one. She's 4 of 5 from the charity stripe. Jeez, Taylor's already got 26 points. I don't know why that snuck up on me so fast. Entering today, a season-high 31 points. That was against Siena Heights. February the 18th, just 9 games ago. Checking in is Avery Collins, number 23. She's a sophomore out of Blissfield, Michigan. Finch. Now Tyler. Covington and Tyler have been battling all game long. Just like the bigs, that's a really great matchup. Thigpen with another offensive board. Her putback is good. Thigpen's on her way, everyone, to her 12th double-double of the season. And pretty safe to say that that's probably top 5 in the country, I would guess. There have been years when I've seen a player with like 20 double-doubles. One of those was at Aquinas last year. I believe that's where she played. Now on the PFW roster. Davis going to settle for that last shot. Looking for a pick, nothing, and no foul going to be called on Davis. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Be right back for the fourth quarter after this quick break.
The online class portion of this PhD was extremely enticing because I do work full-time, I teach on the side of that, and I have a family. I definitely feel like I made the right decision.
Want to know what it means to be a warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a Warrior's shoes.
I already had an associate degree, but I always knew I wanted to earn my bachelor's. Indiana Tech made it possible, even while working a full-time job. The online classes were great. I'd tell anyone thinking about college to enroll in Indiana Tech today.
The Indiana Tech pep band. Worth the price of admission there, the Indiana Tech pep band, led by President Carl Einhoff. And that pass is going to be stolen away by Golly, intended for Davis. Tyviana Davis gingerly making it back on defense. She does not look like she looked last game here at the Schaefer Center. She was outstanding 9 days ago. Moore down low, and foul going to be called against.
Siena Heights foul on 24.
That goes against Jam Thigpen, battling with Golly for the rebound. It'll be Taylor Covington to inbound it. Remember, folks, winner of this one will take on the winner of Rochester Christian and Lourdes. You'll get to see some of the Lourdes players that are open to recruiting. They got some good players. They got the newcomer of the year. They got Pedroza. They got some good ones. 4 seconds. Weiss going to have to throw it up at the buzzer, left short. Yeah, when you're talking about Lourdes, you're talking about Emma Pedroza and Kaylana Butler. All the players except for 3 were seniors that made first-team all-conference. Golly, the only sophomore. Then you had Butler and Davis, the juniors. Thigpen. Oh, that one off the foot. Her hands couldn't keep up with what her mind wanted to do on the dribble. Thigpen on the double-double watch here. She's got 9 points, 14 rebounds. She's going to be a nice piece for somebody. Jam Thigpen. Plug her into a starting lineup. 12.2 rebounds per game. Mid-range, no good. Davis skies in for the rebound. Tyviana Davis bringing it up. That's Golly with the defense. Defensively, Golly's been outstanding now. 3 steals in this game. 4 steals for Jaden Golly. Working against Tyviana Davis. And Thigpen charge. Gonna be called. Great job, Ryan Moore getting into position. Thigpen, that's gonna be her 4th. She's the only player in this game with 4 fouls, but you got to leave Jam on the floor, don't you? They're not going to. She leads the game. This is the first time she's left the game with 31 minutes played. Bass on the floor, so a lot of speed on the floor right now for Siena Heights. Their head coach, Candace Leatherwood. Thomas being guarded by Bass. Nice pass. Ryan Moore once again. That's her 4th assist. She loved it. Waiting for that to develop there. Her and Taylor Covington. Khalees Bass. Now it's Tyler getting a screen. Switch defense there. Davis 3-ball, no good. Davis is still scoreless. Now 0 of 7 as Ryan Moore hits the bunny. I did not think that would be possible. Tyviana Davis, who averages 19.6 points per game entering today. That's 18th best in the country, everyone. Finch. Imani Finch. Finch now has 7 points on 2 of 4 shooting. Siena Heights as a team shooting 33% from the field and 25% from three-point land. As Tyler going to be called with the foul. Covington heading back to the free throw line. Siena Heights on the season shooting 39% from the field, 29% from three-point, and 69% from the free throw line. Remember, when they beat Indiana Tech in overtime, they were shooting 50% from the field. Blistering hot. As Covington hits the first. Taylor now 6 of 7. She's got 31 points. If Taylor hits this one, she will tie a season high. And it's good. So the next one for Taylor Covington will be a season high in points scored. Avery Collins checking in for Durbin Thomas. Taylor Covington talking about worth the price of admission. You have got to come see her play this Monday, 6 p.m., the WAC championship game. We hit a three-pointer. This is going to be a 30-point advantage over Siena Heights. They've shown spurts, especially in the second quarter. Kanaya Tyler. Remember, this is a team that won 7 games in a row. 1 point in the season, towards the end of the regular season. Inbounds pass goes to Golly. Vice side of the corner. Approaching 6 minutes left to play in this game. There's 8 seconds on the shot clock. Vice loses control, and that was a Plinko ball right there. Anybody see who that last touched? They're going to say possession to Siena Heights. Looked like that bounced off about 3 knees. Lauren DeWolf. She's got 7 points on 3 of 7 shooting, sitting with 3 fouls. Davis. And nice shot there. That was not an easy shot by Tyviana Davis. That's her first 2 points of the game. Golly with some, now a turnover here. We've been seeing that a little bit lately, just errant passes. Golly with the steal. Jaden Golly, her 5th steal of the game. I know what you guys are wondering, what her season high in steals are on the season. Moore saves it to Bass. I can tell you. In a second. Golly. The Wolf wants that 3, steps back and will take it. Left short. Golly had 6 steals at UM Dearborn. Finch wanting the foul there. Collins putting on the brakes as the Wolf hit the court. One thing you can say about Siena Heights, they look to the bench a lot when they don't get their foul calls. And Indiana Tech has been called with 12 fouls. Oh, Siena Heights has 14 now. Look at Taylor Covington with the kiss. What a career. What a career. 4th ever player to win back-to-back Player of the Year honors in the WAC. Thickman's off the bench. Davis just got caught up on the dribble. Look at Golly, and she's going to be called with the foul. Jaden Golly had a big smile for her. Jaden Golly has really embraced this challenge. Got a media timeout here. 4:08. Stick with us, everybody, for the conclusion.
As an adult going back to school, there's a lot to factor in. I have a family, I was working 60 hours a week. Finding time to get a degree was challenging. The flexibility of online classes at Indiana Tech made it possible. I'd tell anyone looking to further their education to look into Indiana Tech.
There we go. The men's basketball team coming off a big quarterfinal victory over Cornerstone will take on Rochester tomorrow at 1 p.m. Come to the Schaefer Center, everybody, and let's cheer on head coach Ted Albert and his squad looking for their first WAC tournament championship since the 2022-2023 season. Cornerstone has won the last two tournament championships. And another foul going to go against Jaden Gawley. She's now got 3. Working against Tyviana Davis.
On number 3, Taylor Covington, her third.
Davis at the free throw line for the first time in this game. Rims it in. She is a 72% free throw shooter on the season. Second one's good. That'll pull Siena Heights to within 25 points, down 66-41. Thigpen back in the game with the defense for Moore. Starters on the floor for Indiana Tech here, inside 4 minutes left to play in regulation. Thigpen holding her ground. It's Moore. I don't know if that was partially blocked. Looks like Ryan was looking for a foul on that one. Taylor Covington with a new season high, everybody, 33 points. Tyler down low and coming out with the rebound. We got a reach-in foul going to go against Thigpen. And that's going to be her 5th. Coming off the bench for Thigpen is number 1, Victoria Serrano Ortiz, a senior from Puerto Rico.
At the line for the Warriors, 0, Ryan Moore, shooting 2.
It's Moore at the free throw line where she's a perfect 2 for 2. Ryan Moore sitting with 9 rebounds, everyone. 1 more and she will have her 4th double-double of the season. Yeah, I remember when NAIA was using DAC stats, you wouldn't see too many triple-doubles. Just a handful of players. There'd always be 1 or 2 players that have maybe 3 to 5 triple-doubles. The double-doubles, that was always fun to keep track of. .311 left to play. I'm going to check in on the Rochester and Lourdes game. Rochester's up 32-18. So we could have a Rochester-Indiana Tech matchup. Indiana Tech losing to Rochester 54-53 at their place back on December the 6th. And then here at the Schaefer Center winning it 86-45. What? Moore. Fade away from 14. Looked like that one was going to fall in with the English. Did not. Gawley with another steal on Davis. Taking it to the cup. The hoop in the horn for Jaden Gawley. Coming up, flexing on that one. Boy, we started off the game this way. We're going to end it this way. A 29-point lead Jaden was hustling down the floor. She did not want that contact from Davis, but it came anyways. Davis now with 4 fouls. She had 3 before the break. And 1 is no good for Jaden Gawley. She's now 1 of 3 from the free throw line. Jaden 13 points and 4 rebounds. With 6 steals, that ties the season high for Jaden Gawley. Tyler down low, and she's fouled by Thomas. For Durbin Thomas, that's her third and the team's third. Indiana Tech sitting in the bonus. Jackie Cruz going to check in for Jaden Gawley, and I like that one right there. It's getting a little heated down there. We do not need anything happening to number 21. For Tyler, this is going to be her 6th three-point attempt. She's 4 of 6, 17 points. Gabby Ritchie checking in for Durbin Thomas. And Davis is going to check out for Siena Heights. She's had a nice junior season, first team all-conference for Tyviana Davis. We'll see where she ends up for her senior season, but she definitely needs to continue to play. Tyler checking out, Zuver's in. DeWolf's on the bench. Only starter on the floor for Siena Heights is number 11, Imani Finch. Avery Collins due to check in for, I believe it will be Taylor Covington shortly. Ava Smith. Covington retreats back. Bass putting some pressure as we're inside 2 minutes left to play. Indiana Tech advancing to the Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference Championship game this Monday, where it's really looking like they're going to be taking on the Rochester Christian Warriors. Rochester, remember, 9th place last year, now in 6th place. Rochester last won the WAC Tournament Championship in the 2022-2023 season. Ortiz hitting the 3-ball. And we just have a timeout here. They're going to keep it rolling just to get the subs in. So Indiana Tech has won 5 straight regular season championships. That would be 9 straight regular season championships if it wasn't for Rochester winning the regular season in the 2020-2021 season. Rochester taking it that year. But if they hadn't, oh, that's crazy. Davenport, before Indiana Tech would have been on that 9 straight regular season championships, Davenport just owned the WAC, winning it from 07 to 17. Definitely hurt this conference when Davenport left for Division II. Ritchie for 3, knocks it down. And why not? We're all scoring here at the Schaefer Center. 75-46. Wowza. The fans in attendance at about 70% capacity are loving what they're seeing from head coach Jesse Biggs' team. How about Ortiz back-to-back 3 balls? Boy, she's got a really nice shooting stroke. Indiana Tech has won 5 of the last 7 tournament championships. Rochester, Jared Ocampo, head coach. What a job he's done with that program. And Ava Smith with the putback on the air ball. 2.2 seconds remain. And that will do it, everybody. The Warriors win it 77-49 over Siena Heights. Uh-oh. Clear button's not working. Strange. Either way, in this game, Taylor Covington, your player of the game, a season-high 35 points scored on 13 of 15 shooting. 5 rebounds. Ryan Moore with 18 points and 9 rebounds. 4 points from Madison Weiss. Durbin Thomas with 2. Gawley with 13. 3 for Richie. They said there's going to be a trophy presentation, so Indiana Tech.
Finally, at this time, we'd like to honor the regular season champions. Your 2026 Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference women's basketball regular season champion for the 5th straight season, Indiana Tech.
5 straight regular season championships for the Warriors. They're getting ready to get their team picture. Tyler finishes with 16 points for the Saints. That leads the Saints. Finch with 7. DeWolf with 7. Davis with 4.
Basketball championship game of the Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference will be right here at the Schaefer Center Monday night with the Indiana Tech Warriors playing TBD.
The winner of Lords and Rochester.
Tentative start time, 6 p.m.
I got you, Jim. So how about that? Another banner for the Schaefer Center. I don't know where they put those banners. I don't see any. It looks slick, though. I mean, they got so many of them. I don't know if there's enough wall space. Could figure out something clever to do. Either way, everybody, my name is Jeff Mahoney. We had Oscar Harrison on camera doing a great job for you folks. Thanks so much for joining us. Be sure to join us this Monday, right? 6 p.m. start. TBD, let's take a look here. Rochester on top of Lords now, 32-23, so that game getting a little bit tighter. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, everybody, and make sure to tune in tomorrow for the men's semifinal. It's going to be Rochester versus Indiana Tech and head coach Ted Albert. It's going to be a fun game. Thanks for joining us, everyone.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior.
Indiana Tech wasn't just where I got my bachelor's degree. It was where I met my wife and formed a network that helped me get an internship that turned into my first job after graduation. It was an easy decision when choosing where to get my master's degree too. The flexibility of online classes allowed me to go back to school while still building my career. And the professors were always there to make sure I was successful. If someone asks me, why Indiana Tech? I'll say, why not?
Want to know what it means to be a Warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a Warrior's shoes.
I already had an associate degree, but I always knew I wanted to earn my bachelor's. Indiana Tech made it possible, even while I was juggling life and working a full-time job. The flexibility of online classes was great, and the professors were always there to help. The connections I made along the way still influence and inspire me in my everyday work. I'd tell anyone thinking about college to enroll in Indiana Tech today. It's one of the best decisions I made, and I'll be going back to earn my master's too.
Tech goes by many names. Business, fine art, forensic science. Some think it's just technical. But really, tech means everything. Scholarships, internships, championships. It's professors who make time for you one-on-one. It's putting everything on the line. It can be fierce. It can be fascinating. It can be awesome. Most important, it's believing in yourself and what you have to offer the world. Because at Indiana Tech, warriors are prepared to lead a significant life.
Well, there's quite a few things I think that I enjoyed about the program. I love learning. To me, it's just like a lifelong journey. Definitely, I enjoyed interacting with the faculty and staff. I am so happy and thankful to be at Indiana Tech and go through the Global Leadership Program. I would definitely do it again. Definitely made me a better person.
Getting a degree is about timing and what's important to you. I'd found a role I was excited about, but I knew in order to set myself apart, I needed to further my education. For me, life was already happening. I was married with 2 kids. I had a manager who had gone to Indiana Tech and had great things to say about it. The flexibility of online classes was great, and the instructors were really supportive. Indiana Tech was everything I needed it to be, right when I needed it.
What's Indiana Tech all about? It's about getting involved and one-on-one interaction. It's about knowing you can afford it and that it will be worth everything in the end. It's about turning your passions into your purpose. And most of all, it's about being a part of it. What are you waiting for? Go for it.
The online class portion of this PhD was extremely enticing because I do work full-time, I teach on the side of that, and I have a family. So the idea of having online courses where you can go at your own pace really does help a full-time professional. So when it's a situation like that, you want to make sure you're at the right place. And I'm really fortunate that I definitely feel like I made the right decision.
You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior.
So some of the factors I think that went into deciding to pursue a PhD was, number one, I think the opportunity to really pursue my academic endeavors, and then also the focus on global leadership. I know that through this PhD program that I'm going to have all kinds of new opportunities that I didn't have open to me previously, and would highly encourage anyone considering a PhD program to look at Indiana Tech.
Through my research, I learned there are a lot of leadership programs, but they didn't capture what it takes. And then I realized Indiana Tech was the only program back then that has crafted this pathway for the new generation of global leaders. You come where there's no path and you leave a trail. And that is how I look at my journey here at Tech, and that's what I hope to pursue.
What's Indiana Tech all about? It's about making connections and finding opportunities that lead you to unexpected places. It's about knowing we can afford it and that the payoff in your future will be priceless. It's about doing what you like to figure out what you love. And most of all, it's about being a part of it. So enjoy it, all of it. Go for it.
As a former high school dropout, I am not a typical MBA graduate. To me, getting a master's degree is about learning how to learn and do research, and that's exactly what Indiana Tech did for me. As an adult, going back to school, there were a lot of things to factor in. I have a family, I was working 60 hours a week, so finding time to squeeze in an education was a challenge. The flexibility of online classes made it possible, and the staff was amazing too. I'd tell anyone looking to further their education to look into Indiana Tech.
What's Indiana Tech all about? It's about getting involved and one-on-one interaction. It's about knowing you can afford it and that it will be worth everything in the end. It's about finding opportunities that lead to unexpected places and finding yourself along the way. It's about making connections and finding new ways to make them stronger. It's about turning your passions into your purpose. And most of all, it's about being a part of it. What are you waiting for? Go for it.
Here at Indiana Tech, we call ourselves warriors. Everybody knows that warriors fight. They fight for their dreams, they fight for their goals, and they fight alongside fellow warriors. When something gets in your way, you don't stop, but you keep going. Warriors help fellow warriors, regardless of experience or prior accolades. Warriors are strong enough to know when they need help, and strong enough to know that every setback is only a setup to win in life, on the job, in the classroom, and anywhere else. Through every cut, bump, bruise, a warrior